actions have changed the world.
Hello, and welcome back to the world of assassination and the trending contracts. And today's contract, Bad Runner, set in Sapienza, and the contract ID is on the screen now for anyone who wishes to have a crack at it, and has been supplied to us today courtesy of Shaco 1610. So moving on to our briefing, and there isn't one, so we'll just say that our targets today have been very naughty and they need to be punished. And speaking of targets, today we have 5 of them, with no stipulations on how we dispatch them or what we wear whilst we do so we have a free map. And for today's challenge, we'll be starting at the main square tower. We're going to have a sniping rifle in a briefcase with us, along with some lethal pills and our silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we are going to retrieve our sniping rifle from our briefcase. And if we look across the square and behind that white van, we see our first target, Claudia. And if we aim at the back of the area there, we will see a moped. We're going to shoot out the petrol tank of the moped. That will cause it to leak and Claudia to come and investigate. And when she does, we can then detonate the fuel. And we are already 1 target down. So from here we're going to make our way down to the security room. We're going to go in through the window, as firstly the door is locked and secondly we would be spotted. So once we're in through the window, we can sneak up on the guard, render him unconscious. We're going to take his outfit, take out the surveillance system, and then we're going to take the propane cylinder from the counter. So now we're going to head downstairs and into the basement area, and down there we will encounter a kitchen assistant, and we require his outfit, so we're going to quickly render him unconscious, take his outfit. We can grab the keys as well if we so wish, we don't need them. And then we're going to make our way out into the plaza and over to the alfresco tables here. And at the very end table, we will find an empty glass. And we're going to add our lethal poison to that glass. And our target will be along shortly to drink from it. In the meantime, while we're waiting for that to happen, we're going to make our way across to the pottery store here. And just by the apartment stairs, we're going to throw our propane cylinder on the floor. That wasn't ideal, but it would be close enough. We want to get quite close to the stairs, really. So all we have to do now is sit down, put our feet up, and wait for the fireworks. So due to the timing of this, I don't know who's going to go first. So there is our target about to sit down and drink her spicy coffee. The young lady over by the pottery shop is still looking at a vehicle. The young lady for the poison elimination is now sitting down, and the other young lady has decided to light a cigarette next to a leaking propane cylinder. So that's her dealt with. So all we're going to do now is just stay where we are. We're going to wait for all of the panic to calm down. Everybody will go back to their usual routines, and in a few moments our target will eventually pick up the glass of coffee and find it not to her liking.
Oh my God, what is going on?
So 3 targets down, 2 more to go. Our next 2 targets are located down towards the harbour. We're going to go through the Old Town section and wake up one of our targets, who is the private investigator currently asleep on the bench. So we're just going to turn on the radio there. That will distract everybody in the area and wake up the private investigator. And if that doesn't work, then this will, as we go through the tunnel on the far side, making sure no one is looking. We're going to put a hole in the moped. That will attract the attention of our target, who is already stood next to it anyway. And then we're just going to blow up the moped with the leaking fuel, and then head off down to the harbour. And we're heading for the bathrooms next to the morgue area. And eventually we will be joined by the private investigator. So he's going to have a phone call with Francesca DeSantis, and then he's going to casually make his way down to the harbour, make another phone call by the well, and then he will come into the bathrooms to relieve himself. That's the plan, but as you can see, I'm waiting here for a considerable amount of time, and the private investigator has not turned up. Now this is becoming increasingly normal. Basically, the private investigator is stuck in his phone call with Francesca. So he has the phone in his hand, and basically he's not going through the dialogue. And unless that happens, he won't move. So we're going to make our way back up to his location. Now, I'm not sure which way round he's facing, so we'll go this way. As you can see, he is an enforcer, and he is facing this way. As you can see, he's on the phone. So we'll go round to the other side and see if we can't get up behind him and get a little bit closer, and we can then see what's going on. So yes, he's on the phone to Francesca. Oh, that guy can nearly see us, but he's not going through his dialogue. So let's distract him back into what he's supposed to be doing. So that hasn't worked from the looks of it. He doesn't seem to have reacted at all. So we're in wing it mode from here on out. So I have another idea. There is a coin on the floor just up where he is, if he's not facing it. There is also the mopeds as well. Now this is a relatively heavy traffic area for people. There's almost constantly someone around, but there are windows of opportunity, and I think we've just experienced one here. It looks like everybody's not looking or facing this way, so we are going to whip out our silenced pistol and shoot one of the mopeds. That has finally distracted our target. We should be long finished by now, so hopefully he will go back to his normal routine, and he will actually begin and finish the phone call with Francesca DeSantis, which he is now doing. And because he's wasted so much time, the plan was to drown him in the toilets down by the morgue. That plan has now gone out the window in favour of a new plan, which is, since we have our target right next to a petrol leak, we may as well use it. So that gets rid of our final target. Just make sure once again no one is looking when you pull out your pistol, and all that's left for us to do is to head for the harbour exit, which in this instance will be the nearest exit. So there we go, one more trending contract taken care of. Very, very simple if the private investigator plays ball. So we just get confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan, and that will gain us our Silent Assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.